Hey everybody, it's Alora. Today I'm here to talk about how to find the time to read. So if you watched my January wrap-up, you'll know that last month I read 10 books. How do I find the time to read 10 books? Step 1. Abandon your friends and family and eliminate all traces of your social life. I'm just kidding. Instead of doing that, I have some practical tips for you. I am a full-time college student. I have a job that takes up a considerable amount of my time. I go to cycling, I do yoga, I spend time with my friends, I come to see my family. I'm currently watching for the first time ever Game of Thrones, so that's time consuming. So I definitely understand what it's like to be quite busy. I'd like to first mention that I am not a fast reader. In fact, I'm quite the opposite of a fast reader. I read pretty slowly. So my advice is not to just read faster or to speed read. That has nothing to do with this video. Instead, I'm going to give you some tips on how to cram in some more reading time. So the first tip that I have for you is to read over breakfast or over other meals. What I like to do is only take a bite of food every 1 to 2 pages. This way your food lasts longer and you get to ease your way into your day while getting in some reading time. Tip number 2 is to read for 15 minutes every night before you go to bed. Now I understand that sleep is very important, but everyone can spare 15 minutes out of their day before they go to sleep. This in the long run will go a very long way. My next tip is to listen to audiobooks. I personally recommend Audible. I'm not an Audible affiliate or anything like that. It's just my preferred way to listen to audiobooks. Listen while washing dishes. Listen while eating lunch. Listen while making dinner. Listen while getting ready in the morning. Listen while folding your laundry. Listen while driving to or from school and or work. Only do this if you're comfortable driving and, listening at the same time if you feel like you can focus your attention mostly on the road while still listening. You would be surprised by how many mundane tasks can be made far more enjoyable just by listening to an audiobook at the same time, and this typically adds 1 to 2 extra books per month for me. Next tip is to bring a book with you. This has saved me from many boring situations in many a waiting room. I used to take a shuttle also to school, and I would just bring a book with me and get a few chapters in on the way to school or on the way back to my apartment. You can oftentimes sneak in a few extra chapters every single day just by bringing a book with you and reading it while you're waiting for other people or other things. My last tip is a big one, and that is exchange social media time for reading time. I know that I am not the only one who has spent countless hours mindlessly scrolling through social media wishing that there was something interesting to look at, but instead really just wasting time. So seriously guys, don't be a zombie, read a book. Okay, those were my top 5 tips on how to read more. I personally use all of these tips, which is how I'm able to read so much while also maintaining a social life and fulfilling all of my other responsibilities. So I would recommend trying out some of these tips. I hope that this was a helpful video for you, and I will see you again very soon. So until then, stay happy, stay healthy. Bye guys.